Hi guys, welcome to another collective reading, and today I'm going to read the tarot and oracle cards for you. And so out of the whole spread that I did, because I already pulled the cards, the one that stood out to me the most was this one, this like cosmic womb of creation. And it makes me feel like you are right on the precipice of fully stepping into something. And the message that I'm hearing is that it's already there. Like it's already created, it's already finished. And having the perspective of I'm going to create it, I'm going to make it, I'm going to make this thing happen it feels to me like there is a shift in perspective that will make it easier. And it's this perspective in I am stepping into what is already done. I am stepping into this reality, this slightly parallel reality where it is finished. So if it is finished, what am I thinking? What am I feeling? What am I noticing? Because it's already done. So I'm on the timeline where it's done. So I'm just like following what I've already thought of. I'm on the timeline where it's done. So I'm just following what my future self has already thought of, which is a very different energy than I'm going to create it and I'm going to make it happen. That is a more like masculine kind of sort of like forceful approach. And what I'm feeling is it's kind of like the guides are wanting you to get out of that sort of energy and just like allow yourself to gently focus on, oh wait, it's already finished, it's already done. So that way it can just be like this effortless flow. So the first cards that I called for you are take the lead and slow it down. And this feels very clearly like by slowing down, it allows you to take the lead. By slowing down, it allows you to be like more deep in the moment. So your to-do list is not that like pivotal, right? So it's kind of like being more in your emotions than being in your mind of thinking about your to-do list. So being more in your emotions, sorry, my cat likes to open doors. That's why the rock is there. So it's more about being in the feelings, being in the flow. Oh, that's the feeling, that's the wording they want me to use. Being in the flow of what feels good to you. And when you slow down, you're able to feel into that. Oh, this would feel decadent right now. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go out and sit in the sun and I'm just going to allow it to cascade over my skin and feel how good that it feels. I'm going to listen to the whispers in the trees and the wind flowing through them. And this like feminine yin approach of coming back to the self, coming back to your feelings is the message that they're wanting to convey right now. So doing that is going to allow you to like be in the lead in your life because you'll be in the flow of things, and it's kind of like you're going to be allowing the river to lead you. So instead of your mind being like, oh, I need to take the lead, I need to figure it out, it's drop into the body, drop into flow. The river is going to lead you. You're just going to be on the river. By being in your intuition, being in your body, noticing the sensations, you are being led, and you're feeling those impulses, and it feels divine and synchronistic and flowing. Okay? Then the next card we have is changes and take a breath. So this is more like pausing, being in the moment, noticing the breath, noticing the sensations in the body. And that is going to allow you to like enact the changes you desire, because you won't really be actively enacting them. You'll just be following the impulses you have, and they'll just be naturally you'll be like led to them. Like it's impossible when you're in the river. You're going to be carried down river. Like you're going to get there. Like there's no question. Okay, so the next messages that are coming to you is creator energy, what is trying to be birthed through you, and discernment. We are learning to discern the truth from the lies. So this feels like, what are the creative impulses that are trying to come through you? What are the messages the divine is giving you? Like those creative inspirations. If you're like getting the idea, oh, I should create this thing. Oh, that's such a good idea. I should do that. This discernment is, don't let your mind talk you out of the inspiration from your soul and your intuition and your higher self and your guides, right? Like when you hear the thoughts of doubt, just be like, oh wait, who is that? Who is that? Oh, ego, hi, there you are. Okay, yeah, no, we're not listening to that right now. That's not what's happening. Because that will just stop you in your tracks, just completely. And they want you to know that you are safe and supported, and it is safe for you to follow your guidance. It is safe for you to follow what your intuition has been guiding you and those creative impulses. And every time you kind of like shut it down, you're not trusting, and then you're out of the river. And they really just want you to spend more time in the river, right? And when you trust that creation and you trust that spark, every time you get in the river, you get all the divine sparks and ideas, and you're like, ah, right? And they're just like, hey, spend more time in the river. If you get out of the river, no big deal. Just get back in it, right? Like, don't judge yourself and freak out because you accidentally got out of the river. Just get back in it. Just come back to the sensations in your body, to how you feel. And you can do this in any moment. Any moment. It's available to you every moment. If you get out of balance, doesn't matter. You can come right back in. Just come back to the sensations in your body. So it's interesting. I pulled the ancient aliens. ETs have been a part of our history, and the earth learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So I pulled this card, and then right after it, I pulled the direct opposite. If I feel into this, I feel it's like these divine inspirations and ideas, you know, bringing them down into earth is I don't know if I want to use the word task, is the divine delight of your heart right now, right? The impulses, these ideas from the higher realms, that's what I'm feeling, from the higher realms. Them wanting to come through you is like the highest divine sort of thing for you. And then the next card we have, we have 2 doorways in a row. We have the golden children, inner child tenderness, and called soul gifts and training. It's time to stand up, with 2 doors in a row. So they're highlighting the doors. So what did you love to do as a child? That's going to allow you to switch and walk through the door. What did you enjoy? What brought you endless delight? What could you do for hours and hours and hours? And you probably still feel that today. Like, I love reading energy. Reading energy and changing energy. To me, reading tarot is reading the energy, doing energy healing is changing the energy. And then really that was all I did as a child. I sat around outside and talked to the fairies and the dead people, and that was what I did. And I'm still doing it now. So, like, called, your soul gifts, you have things that you are magnificently good at. You have things that you are so good at. And your flavor and interpretation and expression of those things is magnificent. And it's this feeling of like they want you to bring that forth. Like, it is a gift. Your the thing that you are best at is a gift. It is a gift to the world, and they want you to offer it and allow yourself to receive from it. So your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative, accountability. I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destined life. Okay? So I feel like there's like a mundane path for you, right? And then there's like a higher path, like the soul path. And it's really just a shift in frequency, right? When you choose, okay, I'm going to bring forth, you know, my soul plan. I'm going to bring forth the thing that is the delight of my heart. Okay, here's something I'm hearing. When I say bring forth like your soul's plan, this can be, maybe you're like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do that? I don't even know what it is. You immediately got it in your head. The thing you are best at is your soul's plan. The thing that brings you delight is your soul's plan. The thing that you love to do for hours and hours, that is your soul's plan. Like, that's the thing. And you might be like, that's so easy for me. Are you kidding? That's how you know it's your soul's plan. It's like so easy, you don't even think about it. You're just like naturally doing it over here, right? So that is the thing. So it's time to remember that, like, you came here with something you were really good at doing because that was what your soul wanted to do. And you already know what it is. It's the thing you love to do, the thing that lights you up and you can do for hours and hours and hours and you don't even notice the time is passing. That is the thing that you will have the most joy and delight and happiness in. And when you choose that, all the doors were open. We have 2 cards here with doors. The doors shall open. Ask me how I know this. Every time I follow my inspiration and I get in the river and I stay in the river, the doors just open magnificently. I don't even have to do anything. That's how, you know how you watch these videos, people are like, oh, I instantly manifest this, and this. They did that because they were doing what their heart wanted to do, what their soul wanted to do. Like they got in that higher vibration, they got in that fifth dimensional frequency. That's where instant manifestation is. Instant manifestation is just a byproduct of being in the frequency range of like allowing yourself to do what you want to do. 5D energy is allowing yourself to do what you want to do. 5G energy is putting your heart first. 5D energy is doing the thing that lights you up. 5D energy is the thing that you're enthralled doing for hours. And that is the frequency band where divine synchronicities occur over and over and over and over and over again. And you're like, this is crazy, this is wild, how is this happening? Right? I know because I've dipped up there multiple times. I go between 4th and 5th a lot. Which you do as well if you're watching this video, or you couldn't even see this video. It just wouldn't be a frequency match. So if you have a friend who you feel like needs to hear this, send it to them. Alright, so then I pulled some more like grounded cards here to get the last part of our message. We got marketing, enterprise, conflict, discovery, choices, and objective. And I'm feeling like the thing that you're meant to do, that you love to do, like putting yourself out there, maybe accepting money, marketing yourself, telling people, hey, I do this thing, like showing up fully and showing up all the way and showing up boldly, you have some sort of conflict there. And let's go into that energy. Like, what is into this conflict here? We have discovery, choices, objective, trying something new. So a lot of times there's like a lot of fear of like branching out and going to the next level more boldly with the thing, right? And so that apprehension. So it's like, all right, okay, well, how do we get over the apprehension? If I move through that, then I like feel like choices and objectives. So maybe you need bite-sized objectives. Instead of being like, oh, I'm going to put myself out there tomorrow and do this, and this, maybe that's step 4, right? So maybe you need to have like slightly smaller objectives. So just getting clear, focusing on the feelings in your body, maybe like journaling a little bit and being like, okay, so what I really want to do is this, but what would need to happen in order for me to feel confident about doing that? What would need to happen in order for me to feel good about doing that, in order to feel ready, okay? And journal on those things, and then you can break it down and then just focus on like the first objective, which is, okay, I'm going to do these 2 things. Then I'll be ready for thing number 2, and then I'll be ready for thing number 3, and then I'll be ready for thing number 4, which is to go bold and go big. So like chunking it down, I think is going to help you get through it, because when you look at it, it just seems so daunting. It's like, oh my goodness, like it would be like if you were on a journey and you needed to go 1,000 miles, like that's just too much. But you can focus on going 250 miles. Like that's like doable. It's like, okay, well I can just go to the next town. Okay, so if you think of your objectives like towns, like this is my goal, I'm going over here, but I gotta stop at this town, and this town. Okay, breaking it down like that, the guides are gonna be able to help you get through to the end destination. So you gotta chunk it down a little bit. And you know, maybe it takes you 2 or 3 months to get to the end destination. To like go big, go bold, put yourself out there more for whatever like this thing is. But you can do it if you just focus on 250 miles. So this would be a great journaling exercise. You know, if I was going to listen to Arwen and I was going to be like, okay, so what exactly are my like mini objectives on the way to my main objective? How can I break that down? Well, maybe just for this month I can just focus on this number 1 objective, and then, you know, the next 3 or 4 weeks I'm going to focus on objective number 2. So I'm so excited. I've started creating tarot cards, like a court cards workshop where we're just going to discuss the court cards, and I'm like so excited about it. And the way I did that is I like broke it down. And like, because I broke it down, I was like, oh, this is so easy. Like I've done so much today. I think I worked on it for maybe 3.5 hours, and I'm like enthralled and elated, and it's going to be so good and you're going to love it. But it was easy for me because I've just chunked it down, you know? Okay, so North Star, mentor, feast, and taking chances. Time for a leap of faith. I am feeling very much like your inner self, your higher self is like the best mentor, like your internal processes. And I feel like if you could be more like putting focus and attention on the internal processes and feelings and nudges inside of you, that would be the most productive and the most helpful and the most nurturing thing for you, because your inner self knows you very well and can easily navigate you through the task. I feel like you start to focus on the inner world and then like you get swayed by somebody else, and then you go into your mind and you start thinking of, oh my goodness, I need to do this, this, and this. I'm not good enough because of that, and oh, I haven't done that. And then you get paralyzed and you like get out of flow. Okay, but if you just maybe, and this would be fun, if your higher self, your inner self was your mentor, and you just showed up and on a piece of paper talked to your higher self every day about where you are and what your next steps needed to be, they would come through. They're already coming through, but I don't know if you're like fully acknowledging that those are the steps from your higher self. I think that maybe you get into them, but you're making other people's ideas about how you should do things more prominent than what your internal guidance is. And I'm really feeling strongly, they want you to turn up the volume on your inner impulses and thoughts and put those at the forefront and put those first, and kind of turn down the volume on the noise of the other people, even people on YouTube. Hey, even me. But like, if you are following certain people and they make you feel fear or anxiety, or like, I'm not good enough, I can't get this done, this is overwhelming, I can't do it, you've gotten out of the river. You've gotten out of the river. Your soul is never going to make you feel fear and anxiety like you've gotten out of the river. Your soul guidance always feels like, it feels like an exhale, right? It feels like connection. It feels like safety. It feels like safety. It feels like comfort. It feels like, yes, that is the right next thing to do. And they're literally giving you the correct breadcrumbs for what you need to do that will lead you perfectly along the path, right? So maybe, let's use the example of a map. And maybe there's somebody on the internet that's telling you, you need to go this way to get to there. But your soul knows you very well. Your soul's like, yeah, actually you should go like this, and then over here, and then there's a waterfall here, and that'll be fun, and then you can go for a bridge, and and then you'll get there, right? So your path might look like this, okay? And like, but if you're trying to follow the path that somebody else says you should do, or gosh forbid that your ego says you should do, you're gonna feel wonky, and that's how you're gonna know you're on the wrong path, because you're gonna feel like overwhelmed, you're gonna feel tired, you're gonna feel like I can't do it, and you're gonna feel like I'm not good enough. But when you're on your soul's path, the path that your soul is whispering to you and communicating to you, hey, do this, do this, do this, that feels like connection, that feels like happiness, that feels good, it feels good, it feels good. So keep doing the things that feel good. Stay in your body, breathe, be present, because if you do, there shall be a feast. All right, guys, thanks for joining me for another collective reading, and I'll do another video tomorrow on something. All right, bye guys, talk to you later. I almost forgot the decks I used. This is the Purposeful Career. This is from Amazon. Rebecca with Campbell. It's this one. This is called the Starseed Oracle. Children of the Cosmos Oracle cards. I think I got this from Etsy. And then Moonology Messages Oracle. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.